Newton's first law of motion states that an object at rest stays at rest, and an object in motion stays at motion, unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. This is also known as the law of inertia.
This is an example of how an object at rest stays at rest unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. As you can see, the object at rest gets acted upon by an unbalanced force, the ball.
This is an example of an object at motion stays at motion unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. This shows how the inertia of the ball gets interrupted by an unbalanced force, Vanessa's foot. Newton's second law states that unbalanced forces causes objects to accelerate with an acceleration which is directly proportional to the net forces and inversely proportional to the mass. This is basically telling us that big, heavy objects don't move as fast or as easily as small, lighter ones. As shown, I am not having a hard time pushing neither Jennifer nor Vanessa because the net forces are proportionate. However, when the two are together, I start struggling just a tad. The reason as to why I am struggling is because together, they create a big, heavy object, which is more difficult for me to move. This is a good example of Newton's second law of motion. Newton's third law states that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. For example, if object A acts a force upon object B, then object B will exert an opposite yet equal force upon object A. This is a good example of Newton's third law as it demonstrates me acting a force upon the ground, which exerts an opposite yet equal force upon me. This is also a good example of Newton's third law as it demonstrates Isabella acting a force upon Jennifer, who exerts an opposite yet equal force upon Isabella.